Figuring out your future can feel overwhelming when you're just starting out, but the United States Air Force can give you the support you need. With over 200 different career fields, there's a place for you to serve. Whether you want to provide health care to your fellow airmen, work to maintain valuable aircraft, or secure every base or something in between, the Air Force will give you all the top training and education you need to excel. You'll also have the chance to travel all over the world while serving your country. A decision to join the Air Force will be one that you will never forget or regret. Contact Staff Sergeant Benish at 505-239-3845 to find out more information.
Opioids can change your life like they did mine. My addiction started after my surgery. Soon, I couldn't live without them. I wasn't getting high anymore. I just wanted the physical withdrawals to stop. At that point, my safety, health, career, none of it mattered. But I found a solution. Visit anotherwaynm.com to find alternative ways to treat pain. That's anotherwaynm.com. Don't let my story become your story. Paid for by the New Mexico Department of Health.
Our fighters and athletes are constantly on the lookout for products that will provide a legal performance edge. Legal performance edge, yes. A couple of years back, we came across a nutraceutical company that has an incredible technology. Since then, many of the fighters who train at Jackson Wink MMA Academy have been using their products with astounding success. Unlike most sports performance companies, this company began selling their products through doctors. Their unique technologies help the body heal and maintain exceptional health. For this reason, their products are recommended by doctors worldwide. Yes, worldwide. So how does this translate to sports performance? The truth is, you will never be stronger than you are healthy. How many times have we heard of star athletes who miss a big competition because they're out sick? The same technology that is used to boost the immune system and to detoxify, nourish, and rejuvenate the body is the same technology that boosts strength, endurance, and even cuts unwanted body fat, because we don't want to get fat. We are pumped to finally let you know about our best-kept secret here at Jackson Wink MMA Academy. The company is called RNA Sport. You can find them online at rnasport.com. Again, rnasport.com. Look them up. RNA Sport creates incredible sports performance formulas for elite athletes. Our fighters use and love these products. One of the most important things to know about RNA Sport formulas is their ease of use. It's very easy to use, yes. No more messy powders or hard-to-swallow pills. RNA Sport formulas are delivered directly into the body in a simple-to-take, great-tasting sprays. With high absorption, RNA Sport formulas can be taken immediately before a workout or competition with no lag time. RNA Sport formulas support increased strength and endurance, reduced joint and muscle fatigue, improved recovery, a healthy immune system, optimized metabolism, and a whole lot more. RNA Sport provides benefits and technology unlike any performance products you have ever experienced. I highly recommend you to check out rnasport.com and use their products. They will take your performance to the next level. In our next podcast, we will review the amazing benefits of their specific formulas. JW Raw is happy to also have Fireteam Fit as a longtime sponsor. They are a veteran-owned fitness company that is now partnered with the greatest gym in the world, Jackson Wink MMA Academy. Fireteam Fit is giving a special offer of 15% off. That is right, 15% off all their products, all of them. Go check it out, all their products. All you have to do is enter a code. The secret code is JWRAW015. Again, JWRAW, just like the show, 015. Enter that secret code. You're going to get 15% off everything you buy. Make sure you do that at checkout, and then you'll get that discount. We love having Fireteam Fit as a sponsor since they are family and veteran-owned. That is so cool. We love our veterans. We love our family. Both in one big, happy group. We're happy to have them. It's available on both fireteamfit.com and on amazon.com. Everyone knows how to find Amazon. If you're on Amazon, you're legit. You can go find them on Amazon or check out their website, fireteamfit.com. But don't forget to enter that coupon code. Remember, use JWRAW015.
You're listening to JW Raw.
Just in the nick of time. Will Santiago, take your seat, sir.
He's dealing some tickets.
Look at this guy. He's still selling tickets for Jackson Wink Fight Night 5. Fight Night 5. This is the 25th anniversary of Fresca's promotion.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty badass.
Yeah.
5 years of that stuff. And he promotes one fighter now.
I know, right? It's crazy.
One fighter. Holly.
Seems like they got a special relationship, and good for them.
Yeah. Also on the show, Bart Lujan, longtime wrestling coach.
Good morning.
When did good morning? When did you start with this team? I look at pictures of you back in the friggin' late 90s, man.
I started with Jackson in 2009.
2009, okay.
That's when Diego picks me up.
So that like that picture on the wall we were just talking about. That was your very
October,
first.
Yeah.
That was your very first UFC fight. Very first fight with cornering Diego Sanchez of all people.
Cornering anybody in MMA, anyways. Went straight into the UFC. It was
Diego
an
took a
amazing
shot
experience.
on you. How did that come to fruition? Where'd you meet Diego?
Funny part is actually it was what's his name, Joey Bracamante and Damasio Page.
Okay.
I was coaching the New Mexico All-Star National Team that I took to the Disney Duels in Florida, and they heard about me, I guess, and I was a crazy coach and this and that. So they show up one day, got to meet them. They worked out with us, became friends, and my friend Joey Bracamante goes, "Yo, I know Diego Sanchez." He goes, "He needs you. You're the one that's gonna bring him back." I was like, "Who's Diego Sanchez?" Really wasn't paying attention too much to everything at that time.
Even being a wrestling guy, you didn't know who.
Yeah, I
who
really
Diego
wasn't paying attention
Come
to
on
the
in, Mark.
UFC. And one thing led to another. Diego came back from California up there. He needed a place to stay. I had my house up in the mountains where we still train with everybody, the wrestling team and the fighters, and he's trained him about 2 years up there. He lived up there, and that's just why I'm here today.
Yeah,
is with that.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's a crazy story. So he said, "Hey, I need a corner. You're perfect. Let's go." Next thing you know, you're sitting in between Greg and Wink.
Yeah. It was a matter of fact, I remember this so well. Like it was yesterday. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I was at the house with them because I would stay up there, and I was just helping them. We had some wrestling mats laid out in there because it's a pretty decent sized pad, and we were just doing some stuff and this and that. And he turns to me, we're sweating, and he goes, "I want to ask you something, B." He'll call me B, and I go, "What's up?" He goes, "I want you to be my coach." And I said, "Sure, anything I could do to help." He goes, "No, I want you in the cage with me." I was like, "Oh,
wow!"
So
that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's a great story.
I got to meet MC Hammer that night too.
Really?
Yeah.
He was in the crowd or what?
He was in the crowd. Comes to the back, and he shakes Diego's hand and this, and I'm looking at him and I'm going,
Where was that fight at?
That was in Orange County.
Okay.
Was that the Honda Center, I think it is?
Yeah, so the UFC was still 10 years old, I guess, at the time.
Well, yeah, that's right.
A little older, but still, they were still, the stars were still wanting to see what this stuff was all about, MMA.
Right. And now I'm here with the Brown Bomber.
And now we got Brown Bomber. So, big fight, 2 days. Weigh-ins tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Isleta Casino. That's always the best part, weigh-ins, man.
I'm excited. This is the first time in I wouldn't say in a while. This is the first time ever that the weight we had a good weight cut and everything was smooth. I'm not like it was a good weight cut, man. I got to shout out, Anita and
Dr. Anita, yeah,
and Heather, the JW Nutrition, man. She was telling me today. She's like, "You're gonna be the no poster boy." But now, man, those ladies, they help me out big time, man. And it's funny because we have a lot of like we have females that work in the building or whatever. But I kind of feel like Heather and Anita, people don't really realize it, and I don't think they realize it either. That they're like mothers to a lot.
They
of
really
us
are,
here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mother hens.
They nurture us without them even knowing they're doing it. And I'm one of those type of people that I look at everything and I pay attention and I see things. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I
you
kind
read
of,
people pretty good, yeah.
And I just kind of feel like that they're like the JW moms. You know what I'm saying? They nurture us and they make sure that we on point. And you can't ask for anything better than that.
So you're still cutting weight. You're in your suit there.
Yeah.
We're in a nice little hot. This is our sauna, by the way.
No, it's
The
I'm loving
AC,
it.
AC don't work. AC don't work too good in here for some reason. I don't know. By the time the show's over, we're all gonna be sweating with you. So it's,
Our purchase order got lost.
yeah, we're trying to help you out. Yeah.
Nah, I'm cool with that, man. I like it. I don't got much weight to cut anyway. But I figured I'd come up in here and get the sauna soon on, and we're going. Once we finish here, we'll go out, do some drills, and we should be at weight, to be honest with you.
You're doing catch weight 175.
Yeah, 175. It's actually 174, and we get the extra pound, so it'll be to 175.
Okay.
So we good.
So what's this guy's background? He's from Florida, or
No, he's from Atlanta, Georgia. He's
Okay,
a solid. He's a solid opponent.
is he flying in or driving in? Okay.
Yeah, he's flying in. I was being told that if everyone that's fighting that's from out of town is flying in today.
So they got 2 days to acclimate.
Yeah, pretty. yeah.
We won't tell them the secret yet.
But for the most part though, man, I feel good. It's been a long recovery, long road back. I'm not sure if you guys knew, but I was down for a while. I was sick.
We were going to get to that. You're looking good, man. You're looking healthy. Your spirit is much higher than it has been. Not like you're a pissed off, angry dude, but I mean, I've known you a long time. You've always been a great guy.
Angry Puerto Rican.
Yeah. but lately, you've just been your energy has just been different lately.
Yeah.
Tell us about what happened. What caused all that to what was affecting you?
Well, for a while now, I would say for like my last 5 fights, I missed weight maybe like 4 times, and I think the reason on the Contender we that was a fight that we took.
Yeah, it was pretty late notice thing.
Yeah, and then not only that, but we took it at 85, and we
Yeah.
fought against a giant. So I didn't really need it to cut. You know what I'm saying? Like that much weight. But those fights after that, we was always trying to get down to 170, but my body wasn't allowing me to cut. Wasn't allowing me to cut the weight for whatever reason. I didn't know.
At the time, yeah.
Yeah, I knew something was wrong, but us being men in the top and the tough guy macho and all that type of stuff, that took a little bit of toll of me. And then we fought my last fight, which was in September that I lost. I was in the sauna for about 4 hours and I could not drop one sweat.
Yeah.
Like it was like real crazy.
So you knew something was up.
Yeah. So and then we fought. We lost and it just kept going. From there I healed up a little bit and then I got suspended for about I think it was 30 days or something like that, because it was a TKO loss. And then one day I called work, which is I called Heather and I said, hey man, I can't make it into work today. Yeah. And she goes, what? Because that's not me. You know what I mean? No one knows me for either calling out or nothing like that. I mean, I could be dying and I'll still come in. But this was different though. I was kind of like, it had me down. It had me down for a long time.
So Heather being Heather Winklejohn, and we're talking about the gym that you work at, teaching the kids. Teaching the kids over at Wink's Gym. So which you called in sick, and you're the main coach. So obviously.
So she but that's how, like I was saying, about Heather and Anita, like they're like the mothers around here. So when I called her, because not only is she my head nutritionist and the head nutrition team, but she's also my boss. I run the Wings Gym over there. I help manage and and I'm the head coach as well. So she was like, "Well, what's going on? This is not like you." It's like she knows me, so she was like, "This is what we're gonna do." And then we're gonna wait on and to see what the results come back. And then the results usually come back in 10 days. These results came back in about almost 25 days. Wow. And I'm like, yeah, it came back that late. So I kept harassing her. I was like, hey man, when those results coming? And then finally she called me back. She was like, hey, I think we found the problem to what's been going on all this whole time. I was like, all right, cool. So I came in and then we sat down and then she started explaining to me what was wrong with me. What I had happened. I had and I happened to have an infection. I had strep and I also had staph infection, and I had a couple other things that were growing unnormal in my system, in my stomach, and we was taking things to try to like get it up, but it was so far into it that nothing that I was taking was helping. So we got the results back, and that's what ended up happening. We ended up got in contact with Frosty. Love that dude, man. I wish he had a social media, because that dude's he cares
Yeah.
for us fighters here.
Yes, he does.
He really goes out the way.
Dr.
and all whatnot.
Frosty.
Yeah, oh man, he really goes out the way or whatnot. So he wrote some prescriptions for antibiotics, and I was on antibiotics for about a month. And a lot of the antibiotics that I was on, I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat certain foods because it interfered with it. So the only thing that I really ate was just like white rice, eggs, and chicken. And then that was it. But that ended up getting me down all the way down to like 160, 168. Like I looked like I was like anorexic. But little by little, we started to build my immune system. And after that, I told myself, I said, you know what, I'm going to keep this weight down. So that way I don't have to make these drastic cuts. So that's what we did, as I started to build my immune system up and through medication and whatnot, and through, stuff that was being guided by Anita and Heather.
Diet and medication.
Yeah. It was it was good. The farthest I got up to in weight was maybe like 88, 89. And then like I didn't really get past that. I wanted to stay there. I kept eating healthy, because one of the first questions I had asked, I said, yo, how did I get this stuff? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that I got it, on some, some other stuff. And she was like, no, well, you're getting it from food. I said, what?
Yeah, they do that gut health study
Yeah.
where they send send you to get your blood drawn. They send your blood to a lab out in somewhere on the East Coast, I think, and they study it, and
Yeah.
it comes back with this booklet report that basically says your gut does not work well with these foods. And it's surprising. I mean, Kayla just posted something last week just about that same thing. Most of the fighters are doing this thing, and just some of this stuff is, you would never know. Oh, I'm not supposed to be eating olives?
Yeah, man.
What the heck's that all about,
That, because I did it too.
Yeah.
I did that test too, and that's when I really found out that not all good for you is good for you.
Yeah.
And then we've been going. I started getting healthy. I started getting strong a little bit by little bit, and then the fight came, and then we was like, kind of feels it's time to get back in, and we started grinding from there since.
So that makes sense. So you had a lot of health issues going on associated with the gut health, and it was affecting you, I think, psychologically also. I mean, there was a lot of crazy stuff just going on in your head. You're like, why can't I lose this weight? What's going on with me? You got the stresses of everyday life still. So to get all that stuff straightened out, man, no wonder you're on top of the world now.
Nah, man, I feel great. Last year, health wise, family issues. I got one of my little nephews that got killed right in the beginning of the season. So last year wasn't a good year for me. No excuses as to how I performed when I did perform and those times that I fought. Because one of those fights that I did fight was on a contender, and then the other fight was on LFA. So there's no excuse. But I'm a fault, man. My energy, everything is breaking. Like everything is good. Like I can't be more happy. For one, I'm ahead of it. I'm staying on point in terms of what I'm eating, how I'm eating, and the portions or whatnot. And I got a good team, and I can't really I can't say it enough. I'm very, very, like I said, I'm very happy with the team, especially with Heather, Anita, and Dr. Frosty. Not just because they help save me, but they're good people, man. They've been nurturing me, and I'm one of those kids that I come from a pretty fucked up background, and when you leave home, the stuff that I've been through and stuff, you kind of I left home, I came out here, and I was somewhat, I wouldn't say troubled, but like, your mental's messed up because you're leaving from a whole different side of the world to come over here. And then it's like, wow. And I like to, get in here and getting to meet everybody. Coach Bart, actually one of the first persons who I met and started kicking it with was Coach Bart. And not only with him, but his mom, his dad. And then, we're getting to know Heather and Anita and Coach and all that. You guys, it just made the transition feel a lot more smoother for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're a family here.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Big time, yeah.
Because some people, they leave and then they leave home and then they get homesick or something happens and they're like, I'm going back home.
It says a lot about our gym. We're not just a gym. I mean, we take everybody very personal, take you under our wing, and we protect you. And we treat you like one of us, like you're one of our brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, however you want to look at it, and you were accepted. I mean, from day one, we knew you were going to be that guy that everyone was just attracted to, and you're just that guy.
It's been great, Mark.
It's been mutually beneficial.
No, man, for real, man, it's been great. Not only that, but I've also grown a lot too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're talking about Bart. For a while now, me and Bart, we weren't talking. Nothing like we just had like a little falling out.
Yeah.
And then, I felt like I was dealing with some things. He was dealing with some things. Yeah. And then this time,
family feuds, man.
It happens though. But this is the thing that I do appreciate though. If you cool with someone and you guys get into it, and then you guys get into it, and then you guys don't talk no more for a while, and then you guys come together. I kind of feel like that's a good thing because you test each other. Things get tested.
It reminds me of somebody.
Things get tested though, and then if you guys can overcome that, I feel like the bond will become stronger, and it's better for the both.
Yeah.
And for everybody involved.
That makes total sense. Yeah.
And that's how it's been though.
You got everyone just has
to
put their
go on Joe Rogan podcast and air out the laundry.
Everybody has to put their egos aside and just talk about it and the stubbornness and all that nonsense.
No, for sure. Well, that's the thing though. Like one of the things that I feel like that people don't understand. They do, but they try to make it bigger than what it is. Is that listen, man. Every freaking gym has problems.
Drama.
B.
Yeah.
Every gym has problems. You know what I'm saying? And people, the number one rule is, listen, man, that shit what happens in the gym stays in the gym.
That's right.
And you got these people that want to go other places or whatnot and say things and make it seem like it's bigger than what it is, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's just like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And just if you got an issue, you come deal with the person directly. That's it. Why you got to go, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I see things anyway. I don't expect anybody to be like me, but I mean, that's the number one standard rule, I believe anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you have an issue with somebody or if you're having gym issues or whatever, you handle that amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? You don't go anywhere or whatnot and try to and deframe someone's character or talk about this or about that. So listen, man, because at the end of the day, we're all family. And if somebody say they act out of turn or whatever for defending one of our own, hey man, what you gonna hate him? I mean, Jesus. I mean, regardless of what, I mean, you're my man because I know you stuck up for me or you stuck up for the team, and that's what it's all about. But it's people don't understand it nowadays. You know what I'm saying? They one person gets shunned or whatever, and then they were like, oh, I'm like, well then to me if that's what's gonna take for someone to come out and say some shit, then you know what, you was never part of the team to begin with.
So you and Bart hugged it out.
Yeah.
And
he slugged it out.
Hired him back as coach, and here he is. I mean,
yeah, man.
And you being a striker, I mean, you need Bart. You got, I mean, with his wrestling background, I mean, it's one of those things where you guys need each other for that too. So.
Well, it was funny because when I first came here, I didn't talk to Bart. I think for a couple of weeks, but the first week he saw the hell that I went through, though. You know what I'm saying? Before I came out here, like, I don't know if I said this before, but, I was dealing with some things back home. My house had burnt down, so I wasn't really training like that. I was smoking a lot, you know what I mean? And it wasn't doing me good. So when I came out here, finally, I had I was maybe like 2.5, 3 months of not training. So when I came here and I saw how Bart worked and how he was, I was like, oh, I need that. I need that gritty grind shit. And the first week, my name was throw up because every combination, everything I threw, I swear, everything I threw or whatever, I was throwing up. I throw like a 3-punch combination. I said, give me a second. I'm going to run to the trash and I'll throw up. I'll come back. I'll do it again. Hold on. Give me a second. Like, that's how it was for the first week, I swear. Like, I got here, the first week I got here, I was 215.
Yeah.
I got here on a Sunday. By next Sunday, I was like 189, bro.
Wow.
I was crazy. It was insane. And then after that, I was watching how Bart's practices, and then after that, I was like, I want to work with you. He was like, we do runs, we do this, we do that. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm with it. So from the first week that I was here, I went from having the worst cardio here to maybe 2.5 months later having one of the best cardios here.
That's a fact.
So I was cool.
It says a lot about you, Bart. I mean, you don't just do the pros. Obviously, you're doing a program now with a couple of the our cleaner, our cleaner, one of our producer's wife, a dispatcher. You got this team of people that come train every single morning, and you're whipping them into shape, and watching the pictures, you're transforming them. And I mean, that's something you're offering just for anybody. So you're not just a coach to the pros. They can hire you to whip them into shape, and how they can get a hold of you. I'm assuming through social media. Right. You got a lot.
You know, the way I look at it is, I did what I had to do in my career at one time. I made some mistakes, ended my career, and God gave me an opportunity to be a coach.
Yeah.
And anything I could do to help, from children to adults or whatever it is, helping is just helping, you know. And especially when you see somebody with hunger. You know, like with Will when I first met Will.
Yeah, when they want to do it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, these guys, you know, they want to do it. Like,
when they actually show up.
She's there every day. I call her Twinkle Toes.
Yeah,
you know?
Nick's wife is, she gets mad if you don't show up. Hey!
Yeah, where are you at? Team captain.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, like, same thing with Will, you know. I just believe that God gave me some kind of gift, or I don't know what you want to say, but I get a foresight.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
It helps me to look into somebody of what gift God gave him. And then I go in there, I reach down his throat, and I pull it out, you know, and show him, here, this is what you have. But to get where we're going to get it, it takes a lot of hard work, and I've done it personally, so I'm not putting these guys through anything I've never done my whole life. You know, these trainings are hard, and to watch them grow, to watch Will grow, you know, all the other guys I've worked with, just to watch them grow, take that initiative, it means everything to me. You know, like I said, me and Will had a little bit of that falling out, which really wasn't a falling out. It's just I was going through so much. I had so much happening in my life. It was so hard. He had a lot of stuff going on, and it just, you know, a little bit of bumps in the roads. And we were talking about people, you know, catching feelings, you know, especially men. I'm the first person to ever say, how could I never let somebody say, hey, let me talk to you, Bart, or I'm sorry, Bart. Shit, I make so many mistakes in my life. I got to say I'm sorry all the time. And what I love about Will is one of the people that I work with, you know, he's got the balls enough to say, look, man, can we talk?
Yeah.
Face to face. So I don't like that texting. I don't like that calling on the phone.
Exactly.
No, let's talk face to face. If we got to hook it out, we'll hook it out. But we're talking like men.
Yeah.
You know, and when you do that, the bond does grow stronger.
Will, and I've noticed that about Will. He's one of our enforcers at night. He's security slash. He has so many jobs here at the gym and at Wink's gym, but watching him deal with some of the people that come in here and shouldn't be here is fascinating.
Roll him out.
He uses his verbal judo, and then if that doesn't work, he starts.
It works. His verbal judo is like a KO right off the bat.
Yeah.
He got that bass in his voice.
He's good. Oh, yeah. And then that Puerto Rican comes out of him. I'm like, oh, shit, what am I doing wrong?
Well, what it is, as you know, though, Mark, we have a lot of most of the kids that are in the gym now, and the kids that has been coming, they're real young.
Yeah.
And we don't know where they're coming from in terms of not only where they're coming from, but backgrounds,
mental stability.
Exactly. So, you know, and a lot of the kids, for some reason, they gravitate towards me. So I try to, like, the way how I was brought up and the way how I was given tough love. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes some of these kids deserve tough loves, but sometimes you can't, depending on what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to always be aware of that, because some people don't do well with tough love.
That brings up a point on social upbringing nowadays. You know, a lot of these kids today are not brought up that way because parents are afraid to raise their kids the way some of us were raised. You know,
with the firm hand.
Yeah, exactly. And so you talking to them like you are familiar with is unheard of to them. So they're like, what the heck's this guy? Is he crazy? I mean, but they need that.
Yeah, exactly.
They've never had it. And it's good to watch you do that. And I appreciate that you do that. And I think they gravitate you because they've probably heard stories about you. They've seen you in action. They've seen you work here in the gym. They know you're not just some guy wandering around taking up space. They know you're one of the fighters. I mean, we were joking earlier. Holly Holmes' bodyguard.
Yeah. That's man. It's been a blessing though. Like I said, one out of the first fighter that I spoke to when I first came here, I'm talking about the first day, was John Jones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he made it seem like, and that's my big little brother, because I'm older than him, but he's gigantic compared to me.
Everybody's small compared to John. Yeah.
But yo, man, that like not only that, but like after my last fight, you know, I was like, yo, John, man, let me holler at you. He's like, what's up, Puerto Rican? Because that's what he calls me. He's like, what's up, Puerto Rican? Like, anything. I said, hey, man, let me holler at you. You know, he's like, for real? I'm like, yeah. So it wasn't like, yo, we talk. He's like, nah, hold on, let me finish my workout, and then we'll go get something to eat.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And
Yeah.
we went to go out, and I got his input. I'm like, yo, John, man, what's up? Like, you know, give me some advice, you know. And he was like, man, he's like, if you're just gonna do striking, stick to boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's like, if that's what you're gonna do, just stick to boxing.
I got a coach for you too.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, he was like, well, man, he's like, you have the opportunity and you have the abilities to do a lot of things that people can't do with hard work. Obviously, he said you got to stop mixing it up more. And I took that to heart because for that coming from him, it means a lot because, like I said, he was the first person that I connected with when I first got here.
And he'll take the time to do that with teammates. I mean, that's not just you because it was you. It was. I mean, he'll treat anyone with that same respect. It's so
for
cool
sure,
to see
man.
him
John
do
is
that.
not only that, but I kind of feel like me and him, like every time, I don't have to. I won't see John in months, but anytime, like I'm going through something like real crazy, like real fucked up, John just happens to appear.
Yeah, he feels
I
it.
swear, he just happens to appear, and it's happened 3 different times on 3 different occasions. You know what I'm
That's cool,
saying?
man.
And it's like I'm like, you know. And then one time I was like, yo, boss man, because I play with him. I was like, yo, I'm going out to fight. You know what I'm saying? He was like, word, kick ass. And then like 5 minutes later, he left. He came back, and I'm like, hey. He was like, hey, Puerto Rican, come here. I was like, what's up, bro? He was like, hey, can I pray for you? I was like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, word. And then ever since then, I tell him all the time. I say, yo, me and you have a spiritual connection, bro. I don't know what it is, man, but every time I'm going through some fucked up shit, or even him, I'm like, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? He's like, give me a hug, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's real though, man. I appreciate that, brother. Him, Holly, you know what I'm saying? All, you know, they've been great, man. I couldn't ask for better teammates. I call Holly sis, for instance. You know what I'm saying? Like these are. I didn't, like, before I came out here, I took a leave. I said, you know what, I'm going to go. And then I didn't expect for it to be, for it to be the way how it's been.
Yeah, we've talked about that story, how you sent that email to Misha, and he responded immediately.
He responded immediately, man.
And here you are. The rest is history.
Exactly, man. And I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, I moved out here. Like I said, I came out here originally for 6 months. 2 months in, I was like, you know what? Nah, man, I'm staying out here for good. Because I know what's back home, and back home ain't nothing good for me. You know what I'm saying? And then we had a fight. We had a scheduled fight to go over there. And actually, at the time, Bart, this was the first fight that we had working together. And then I was like, yo, man, you're going to take this ride with me? I got a car back home. We can get one way tickets, and then we can come back driving. And Bart took it with me, man. We came, we moved, we was in a 2-seater. No, not in a 2-door. I'm sorry, a 2-door.
Two-seater, right? As long as there's 2 seats.
Yeah, we packed it up as much as we can.
We're kicking it in the door.
and we took off, man. We made it out here in 36 hours.
37.
Holy
yeah, man.
cow, man.
I drove most of the way.
That's brutal.
Yeah, man. We stopped in Cleveland because my dad lives there, so we were supposed to spend the day there. But we was already we
want to get on the road, man.
Yeah, it'd be not too long.
Yeah, man.
Bart was missing Mexican food, man.
Yeah.
He was
Mexican
missing
food.
No, you know what?
women. It was women.
I was gonna stay. There's a funny
Bart wanted to stay, but we took off, and then when we left, my dad was like, "I thought you were gonna stay." I said, "Dad, man, I'm sorry, but we gotta go." He cooked some food for us.
Oh, nice.
And Bart ate my food and his food.
You ever seen them Puerto Rican girls from Boston?
Yeah, you're lucky.
I told Will, you go home and stay here, bro.
Yeah. I'm staying right. I'm setting up camp right here.
Uh-oh. My phone.
Yeah, look at that.
Sorry about that. My roosters got excited. Come on in, Boricua has got excited.
So, what do you guys think about Aaron Pico? Have you seen him around gym yet?
No, I've seen him.
Yeah.
I seen him. I seen him the
That's
first
like
day.
the big news everywhere right now.
No, I seen him the
Everyone's talking
first
about
day.
him.
I seen him the first day. He came. I didn't really say much to him because he's getting meeting the
He's
stuff
still
and whatnot.
acclimating, yeah.
But I've been seeing him every day. But today in the morning was the first day that I was actually, hey, how you doing, Knight? My name is such. He shook my hand, and I think that was his dad that was with him. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think it's a manager, or I don't know.
But this guy looked just like him, though. Or he looked just like the dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His father. So that's
cool.
If not, then probably his manager. But today was the first day that I got to shake his hand.
Cool.
Nice to meet you and stuff. And he actually came up to me. It wasn't like You know what I'm saying? I was like, word, but from what I've seen and from what I've read and from the fights that I've seen, man, he's a good guy. He's a top guy, and
he won't be Bellator long, probably.
Yeah, he's a great addition to the team.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's coming for one camp, or I don't know if he's moving out here. I don't know what's going on.
The articles make it sound like he's changing camps. He was training out in California with I guess Cub Swanson and some of the guys out in California, and I don't know the whole story behind it. I mean,
I think
we'll
we're
have
in the honeymoon stage. We're dating. We're feeling each other out.
we'll get him on the show
We'll get
at
him on
some
the
point.
show.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll have him explain.
We'll have to take him to the mountains and have him run with us.
Yeah, get him out there, man. That's always a good way to introduce these guys to Albuquerque. You take them to the top of that mountain, and you think you can't breathe here at this level. Wait till you get up there.
It's 8,000 feet up there.
Yeah,
at
at your
my
house. Yeah. And we're not even at the top of the crest yet. Yeah, exactly.
I told Coach Bart we need to get him a magnet to put on the side of the van that says corner. So when he's picking up the people that can't make it, picking up dead bodies.
Now, one of the things that I liked about Bart, and I've always liked about him, but like I said, when we took that little break off, there's no other way that Bart knows how to coach other than with passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be swinging on your balls.
That's what makes
He's
him a
not
good
gonna
coach.
be. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be. This and that. And I'm not gonna lie. Those runs and the workouts that we go through, they're fucking hard as shit. But they're necessary though. They're necessary though. And the thing about it is that now all these runs and all these workouts that we're doing is like, now if I don't do it, like this morning, I didn't go do the normal run that we do, but I still ran. But I'm like, yo, this is bullshit. Like it didn't feel the same. You know what I mean? And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna, after this fight, take a couple of days off, but I'm still gonna come in. You know what I'm saying? Like I still want to do the runs because I kind of feel like it's a part of me now. If we don't do them,
Yeah, you're gonna miss it.
it's gonna exactly. And it's like, nah, I don't feel right. But that's a good thing to have.
That's good.
That's a very good thing to have, and I don't think I've ever felt like that.
Says a lot about you, Coach.
It says a lot about Will.
Yeah.
Or anybody else that for that matter that comes and shows up, because it's not easy. I'm a little old school. I'm not doing anything. I'm not teaching something spectacular. I didn't make none of this up. This has been passed down for thousands of years.
Yeah.
There's only one way to be a champ. It's not necessarily hard to be a champion. It takes hard work.
Yeah.
And that's the part that people probably see around. Everybody wants to be a champion. Everybody wants to be the top quarterback. But I'm going to put that hard work into it. And when they show up, my heart goes out. They capture my heart. And the harder they work, the more they got me. And I tell Will, if when he steps into that ring, our hearts are going to beat as one. My heart is in there with you. I don't have to even say anything anymore. You already know when you're slipping or that opening's there, because we've done this repetition over and over and over. There's nothing to think about anymore.
So I've noticed when you're teaching kids, even you have kids come in here every once in a while. You were having some classes in here for a while, and it doesn't seem like you change your coaching style. You're just as tough with them as you are with the adults. I mean, you're all about business. I mean, you're not gonna treat them with kids' gloves, I guess, as they say. I mean, you are very much involved with some high school wrestling,
right,
locally, and you've been involved with the community a long time, and that's very honorable of you.
Thank you.
You're a great coach. Says a lot about you.
Working with the kids is now, of course, there's a few smaller kids or bigger kids, but the whole thing is, in the end result, no matter how hard I push them in their practice or how hard I'm going to push the 7 and 8-year-old kids, it's not about the push. It's about the respect and the discipline. And that's the one thing we're going to instill, or that I've learned to instill. My father was one of my coaches growing up. He was a UDT in Vietnam.
Wow.
Frogman was a Frogman back then.
Yeah, wow.
And so he instilled those kinds of things in me, And I grew up in the barrios growing up in the streets. I had great parents, but I still grew up in the barrio. I was from Barelas, And so it was all around me, and my parents were at work. And I saw the difference. I call these kids video gangsters now. I want to get the heck out of here. I do not want to be here. I'm tired of seeing somebody all curado on the side of the road, or, tecatos here and there, or somebody, whatever's going on, shot, I'm tired of that. I don't want to be here no more. So wrestling was my way out. And the discipline my father instilled in me and my coaches instilled in me. I had some really great coaches growing up. So why would I instill that in them?
Yeah.
You know, it took me to a high school great career, a college, half a college great career. I went in my freshman, sophomore year, 2-time All-American team national champion right off the bat, you know. And, of course, I made my mistake, and I stuck myself in a wheelchair, and that ended my career. But the point being is I got back out of that wheelchair. I'm supposed to be walking with hand braces right now.
Wow.
That's what they told me. And here I am, being able to work with somebody.
Yeah,
like
you
cool.
work fine. Yeah, you throw these guys around and like
Well, they throw me around too. They beat me up.
Yeah.
But I love the discipline, and I love when they accept the discipline, and that's all it really is in the end result. Like we're talking about the young children, nobody, the parents are afraid to teach them, right? Put that firm hand. You know, it's with love. I mean, I call them my what's up, mijito? Yeah, that's how I talk to these guys,
everybody's
because
your kid.
that's
everyone's your son or daughter.
yeah. You know, I that's how I call Will. The same thing I call Cody, Big Cody East. The same, you know, whoever it is. You know, when the love is there, the love is there, and I'll ride or die with you to the day we die. And if we weren't talking, and he needed some skiing on the street, let me tell you, Bart would have been right there in 2 seconds. That's just how deep it goes, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So and now you're coaching with the kids. How you adjusting to that? What's it like?
No, it's
Is this something you did before, or is this like new to you?
I mean, I've been like when I was a kid, I used to get into a lot of trouble in school, right? And the way how they would tell me, they would bribe me to behave and all that. Would if I was too good, that they would send me to the class with special needs, class with kids with disabilities, and that was my thing. So I've been doing
That's
that.
how they threatened you?
No, that was how they would reward me with. Like, if you do good, like, we'll let you go here and work with and help
cool.
the disabled kids.
Gotcha.
So I've been doing that forever. And then growing up in the hood and all that stuff, there's a lot of kids and grew up in the boys club or whatnot. I've always had that I've always been good. Don't get me wrong, I had an anger issue, but I've always been good. I've always been good with people and good, and I've never, even though I was like, when I was like doing wrong or whatever and I was being a punk, like I never had like that. Like there was always something in my heart that was like real compassionate for others. It was weird. It was real weird, but that was just me. And then when my boxing coach back home, he was like, "Hey man, it's funny because before he was my boxing coach, he was my tracker, which means is when I was in probation and all that stuff, he was the one that was tracking me. And then years later, when I changed my life, he became my boxing coach. It was weird.
Wow.
But he installed a lot of good things in me. And Bugsy, Jose Martinez, that's my man. Yeah. Bart met him too.
Yeah.
But and then he going through the boxing gym, you know, there's a lot of kids, and we just started working. And it just became the norm to help and wanting to improve someone, whether it was a skill, whether it was self-esteem or whatever it was. And then when I came out here, I started to again just grind to be a better person for myself. And then Coach Wink and Heather saw that, and they offered me an opportunity to go be the head coach at first. And then after that, it was just more like, hey, you're just gonna help run the gym, and then we be good. And then it's just been great ever since. Been teaching kids. As a matter of fact, is a good thing you brought that up, because the group that Bart's training now is we're training with me is for instance is like
you're the
Nick's,
co-coach, by the way.
Yeah,
it's not. It wasn't. I wasn't just saying.
No.
Yeah, you guys are doing that together.
No, it's Nick's wife, which is Jenny, Chris, Brandon, Greg, Slim Jim. I call him Slim Jim because he lost like 50 pounds just working with us. Yeah, crazy. Anna, Socorro, which is the clean lady from here. Like, these people are not fighters, but I've became most of them are the parents.
A couple of them want to be now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, most of these guys that I mentioned are parents of the kids that I teach over at Winks.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because when I told them, I said, hey, listen, I'm gonna be not stepping back from coaching, but I got camp coming on. I said, listen, you guys are more than welcome to do camp with me so that you guys can see the other side of the fight game. It's not just you put the TV on and you see the fight. You guys will actually be able to go through a camp and see what it's like for us fighters. That you guys be able to see that we're never 100% going into a fight. That you're able to see the bad days that we have. And let me tell you, bro. I think for this camp, I think what they brought was dedication. It was love. And after coming off my last fight, which was, like I said, it was a TKO loss, and then being with the sick and all that, and with the health issues, and then coming back to being 100%, that's what I needed. I needed to be around love. I needed to be around, not necessarily like to baby me or to, what you call
get it. Yeah,
it was it's just
positive people.
Yeah,
your team. Yeah.
Good energy. Not only good energy. But just the love that came with that. And let me tell you, none of them were never late. They were always on time. Yes. And they were just like me.
Militaristic.
They were just like me. They were like, damn, fuck this shit. I don't want to do it today. I was like, yo, and I told them, I said, it's going to be hard. But now they all feel the way I feel. And this fight, and not only that, but that's when, right around that time before the camp started is when I was like, yo, Bart, man, we need to talk. I said, yo, what's up? What you want to do? And we started talking. I'm like, all right, cool. I said, look, this is what's going on. I got this class that I'm doing in the mornings. Let's do it with me. You know what I'm saying? And he came. He was like, all right, no problem. And I said, in that process too, we'll do camp. But they're gonna be there. They're not fighters. I said, but they're there for the moral support. They're there to push me. And they did their job tenfold, if not 1,000 times better.
They're amazing.
Well,
people.
My God.
Amazing. There's reality TV, and then there's reality. They get to do actual reality.
No, like
people say it's surreal. Yeah. Charlie, homie, this is real.
Yeah. Mark, I swear to you. I mean, for instance, like Jenny, which is Nick's wife. We named her the team captain.
Wow.
She's the smallest one.
That's a fact.
Look at Nick over there smiling, all proud.
No, she's the smallest one, but she's. Well, we're running today. When I didn't want to run, I was like, damn. But the thing about it is that like mentally, like they're not fighters. So if this is how for them, like when they're asking me, they don't even need to just be like, we're running today. Just by her asking me that
means we're running today.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Exactly. So I was like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? But and like some days I'm like one of the days that we was when we was doing the sprints, I was dying. Chris was like, "Will, you got this. Come on, let's go." He was there. It wasn't like he was running with me, but he was just like, "Nigga, get your ass, let's go."
Yeah, I've seen you post some social media clips where you're running stairs. You're doing
oh my God,
crazy
stuff.
No,
it's tough.
Yeah, you need that. You need these guys to push you.
No, that's what I'm saying. And the thing about it is that they're not fighters. Half of these guys, not half of them, but most of us are in our 30s or in 40s.
Yeah,
and they
train like animals.
Yo, they train like animals.
That's a fact.
So, guys, get part of that class. I'm telling you, it's easy to get a hold of these guys. Look them up.
Not only that, we got Anna. You know Anna. Anna? Anna, I was like, listen, man. And I told her, I said, listen.
She's got a tough schedule. She's doing the graveyard shift with the Albuquerque Police Department. And
she does the graveyard,
so she has to come in after her shift.
Exactly.
And, that's some dedication.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's giving it all she's got, man.
Yeah.
No, man, she's doing sprints. And I told her, I said, listen, man, you do what you can. We're going to build you up. From ground up, and that's what we've been doing. Now, like her pace compared to what it was when it first started is unreal.
Yeah.
Like I said, everyone on the team has lost plus 30 pounds.
Wow.
Everyone on the team, from Jenny to Socorro to Anna now to Chris. Chris is like, hey, my wife was looking at me the other day. She was like, hey, babe, you look good. I was like, happy home, happy wife, happy home. So you good. You know what I'm saying? Brandon.
Me money, Will. I got to buy new clothes for Jenny.
Your costume money.
That's a good money that you got saying, brother. Bikini weather.
Makes him happy.
Yeah, you got Brandon this guy is, I think, I don't want to kill him and say he's old because he's not. I'm not sure if he's either 38, 40. Is he 40?
Wow.
But this guy is like a track star right now. I can put him on the track with anybody, and I think he'll win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
cool,
it's
you're motivating these.
Yeah,
guys.
man. With not only that, man, we're making a difference in their lives. We not only with their self-esteem, but with their confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Time out. Let me tell you something. Those people made a difference in my life.
There we go. I like that.
What they've done for me. Going through what I have gone through,
you guys all met up at the right time.
They're so I mean, this whole gym has kept me alive. Let me put it that way. Yeah. I want to thank this gym. I want to thank Coach Wink and Greg and the fighters Will and Mark and Misha. You guys
got a role here.
This gym has helped me get through some of the stuff when I just want to stay locked up in my house and I don't want to come out. I just want to barely do my minimals. I got to get up and come to practice. And then the energy's strong here, and then like you say, here comes John, or here comes somebody, Holly's, we're laughing and joking, who knows, but gets my mind off things, and it got me through a major struggle I was going through, especially in these last 2 years,
Yeah.
So I just want to thank this gym period. What they did for my wrestling team when Valley didn't have a wrestling team for 3 years, and we didn't even hesitate. Yeah. I didn't even finish my sentence. He said, bring him here.
Yeah.
But bring him here. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when I used to see you with the kids in here because the place was under construction or
Yeah,
remodeling or something, and the team didn't even have a place to work out. So
Didn't have no place to
So
go,
it's like-
and we were here.
I got 30,000 square feet right there.
So how could I not, I mean, it's just amazing what you and I mean, just this
No,
place
not me.
has
It's
done
you
a lot
guys,
for me.
man. You guys do it all, man. But it's a team, and
Dang right, it's a team.
we're all trying to make this thing, make Albuquerque the coolest gym in the world, and we're all doing our part to help do that. And by bringing you guys in to talk about what you guys do and how you contribute, and Will is involved in so many different things. I mean, we haven't even talked about the adaptive MMA thing yet, and let's get into that a little bit because there's some videos out there. I mean, I don't have them pulled up, but man, Gary, our statistician, he's been our statistician, I guess, is the title that Wink gave him. He sits in the hall over here on his computer, and he's got his caretaker. He's permanently wheelchair bound. I'm not quite sure his medical his history, but he's just a big fan of MMA, and you became his coach and mentor and all that stuff, and you've taken him to a level that not only he never thought he would be at, but nobody would ever imagine the stuff you're doing with this guy. There's that video. I wish I had it pulled up, but we had the adaptable MMA thing about 3 weeks ago, and I think you and Gary stole the show when you were doing some mitts with him. He's in his chair and he's smiling. I mean, he was genuinely smiling. I mean, he's got that stoic look on his face, and he typically can't. You can't really read him, but you could genuinely see that smile on his face. And you got him out of his chair, and he was doing takedowns with you and ground and pound.
Yeah.
And man, the smile on his face was just so genuine and real. And
Send it to you on the Facebook message.
Yeah,
if you want to pull it up.
I'll pull it up. But I mean, just one of those allergies is really affecting you when you when you watch that thing.
Yeah, nah, man, Gary. I was. It was funny because before I started working with Gary, at the time he had a certain caretaker that we gravitated to for a little bit. He was a good dude, and we started cool. And then from him, we started talking to Gary, and then everything just became a little bit by little, and it started thing. And then the program came. And then I didn't even. It was just like, hey, you're gonna work with Gary. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And then working with Gary, getting to know him. It's been a blessing, man. That guy, I don't think he realizes it, but that guy pushes me more than anyone I've ever been pushed in my life. Like there's times that I'm lazy and I don't want to do anything, or I'm hurting, or I'm this. But every time I think of Gary, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get up.
If Gary can do it,
exactly.
If Gary can do it, or any of the guys in the program.
Man.
I mean, it started with Shermanator. He, that fight with him and Diego. It gave everyone hope that, these are just genuine people that want to do the same things. That,
man. Mark, this is a beautiful, beautiful program. I mean, I'm doing everything in my power to go out, meet people, meet senators, meet city councilmen to try to run to raise money or get money.
Because this is a nonprofit organization, and the only money we're making is from donations.
Yes, exactly.
And we're trying to get as many donations to help keep it running, to keep you coaches.
For sure.
And a golf tournament. Sign up for the golf tournament.
Got a very big golf tournament
right.
coming up. So you golfers, make sure you sign up for that. It's coming up. Is it the end of this month?
No, it's I think
June?
it's August.
It's in August.
Okay.
It's in August.
Plenty of time.
They planned it just right to get out of the fight season so that there's a little bit of a
That's
month
right.
breather.
Yeah, because it's after we got big fights coming up, obviously. And, with you guys this weekend, John, Diego, and Holly, in July. I mean, every weekend we got a fight.
Yeah.
Let's pull up that video here.
Yeah, just make sure you mute your the watch party, the one that you shared.
Oh, is that thing still going? Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, man. But this guy's the best, man. Gary's an inspiration to me, and he pushes me. And I'm gonna tell you a personal story about us in a little bit after we go through this video.
Yeah, you can tell us the story because I gotta try to pull this thing back up.
Okay, well, as you know, I've been working with Gary now for over, I would say a little over 2 years, if not maybe longer. As we talked about caretakers and stuff like that, you know, he had one at the time when I first met him, and now he has another one that's, by the way, the best one by far that he's had. And a while ago, Gary was always looking for people to help him work and stuff, help him to be a caretaker. And I used to tell him, I said, Gary, I can't personally do it myself because I have too much going on. I said, but I'll find you someone good. And then so that went on, and then I wasn't able to find someone that I feel that's, you know, not only trustworthy, but just wasn't, you know, it wasn't dependable. And so this time, about a couple months ago, he asked me the same thing. He was like, "Hey, Will." So you know, this time at this point, I had cleaned up a lot of the stuff that I was doing in terms of, like, you know, if I didn't have to do certain things, you know, because I need to find some me time. So I cleaned up my schedule in a big way. And one day, I was filling in for his nurse because his caretaker, because she couldn't make it. And then he was explaining, he was getting frustrated because he was looking for another caretaker. And I'm like, damn, B. I'm like, yo, you know what? Look, this is what I'm gonna do, Gary. I said, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it. You know, I said, but before I said, listen, you know, I said, you know, I have a my background, you know, I have a trouble pass or whatnot, you know, and I said, you know, I just
may not pass the background check.
I may not pass the background check. I said, but I was doing this type of work back home before I got out here, and I was cleared. Everything was good, you know. And then he was like, all right, cool. So he got the paperwork. I filled it out. Everything was good. We got accepted. Everything was great.
Wow.
Few weeks after that, I get something in the mail telling them out that I was in the process of getting disqualified because of my background, right? So I
hadn't heard the story. That's crazy. Okay.
This I didn't have. No one knows the story.
Yeah.
This just happened. I got the letter in the mail explaining that I was disqualified for such and such, and then but I had an opportunity to show them, and you know what they were asking me for, and I said, listen, all the information that you need, I can get it for you. It's just that you got to give me some time, though.
That's all public record. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I can make it happen. You know?
I said, so I went. She was like, oh, not a problem. They gave me an extension for 15 days. I was like, all right, cool. So I got a letter from Heather. I got a letter from a couple other people. No. I got a letter from Heather, and I was offered to get other letters and recommendations from other people.
I was talking about your character and such. And,
yeah. So I got the information because I got not only have I been home. I've been home actually this past January 29th was my 10th year anniversary from being home, being clean, you know, new leaf, and I got a 10-year record of a proven record of doing things for the community, doing things to stop the violence, doing things to, like, you know, to help out mothers of murder victims back home. I'm all over YouTube, like doing little documentaries, doing certain things. You know, I got a website that brownbombermma.com that you can go there. I got a lot of newspaper articles. I got a proven record of doing great things since I've been out. And I got the stuff that they were asking me for, and I just kept sending them stuff. And then there became a point where I kind of felt like the questioning that was being asked.
It's like they were just trying to railroad you.
Exactly. I just felt and I told her, I said, listen, I think at this point you guys are going a little bit over too board. I've given you more than enough of the stuff that you guys are asking for. I said, you got a letter of recommendation from my boss, which she used to work for you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For you guys. And they weren't having it. I just said, listen, I just feel like you guys I told them, I said, listen, I feel like you guys are going a little bit too overboard now, asking all these questions. You know what I'm saying?
Now, was this Human Services or who's the department that was causing all this?
I think it's health, the health
Department of Health or
something like that.
Huh.
And I'm like, listen, man, I think you guys, and this is the weird part about it, because as I was giving her all this information, all this stuff that she was asking me for, she was telling me, she was like, oh, I think you're a great candidate. You're gonna pass. You're gonna be fine. I think you fit you're great. I was like, all right, cool. I said, but they kept asking. I'm like, yo, listen, and that's what, like I said, I said, listen, man, I think you guys are going a little bit over too board asking. I said, I can't at this point. I can't, I don't know what else to give.
Yeah,
you.
what else am I gonna produce at this point?
You know? So the next day, she was like, well, I'm going to talk to my boss. And so the next day, she didn't call me. The guy called me.
The boss.
I don't think he was the boss, but I think he was
somebody up the chain.
Someone above her.
Yeah.
And he called me. He was like, hey, he's just giving me bullshit, honestly. And I said, listen, he's like, well, I said, listen, dude. I said, I've sent you links. I've sent you websites. I've sent you
letters of recommendation.
Everything. And that's still, and he was like, well, I said, listen, bro. I said, at this point, I said, just so that you know, I said, I don't care what you guys say or what you don't say. I said the only reason why I did the paperwork was because Gary doesn't want me to do it, because he says the only way I'll let you do it is if you let me pay you. And I'm like, listen, I don't want you to pay me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, this is the only way I'll let. So I said, all right. So I did it to please him. I'm like, all right, Gary, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, and I said, I just want you to understand something, and I'm gonna explain something to you. I said, whether you guys approve me or not, I'm gonna continue to work with this guy, just so that you know. She's like, "Whoa, we appreciate that." And then I said, "Well, I gotta go," and I left. And that was the end of the conversation. And I just.
So is it still in limbo to this day, or?
No, it's. I don't. They said that I have to redo this and do that. I said, "Listen, man, I appreciate it, but just so that you know, I'm gonna continue to work with them, but I'm not gonna fill this. I'm not gonna keep going through this."
So you're working with them and not getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what a bunch of crap.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't. That's my dude though. Like I
we got to put these people on blast, man. Who the hell did you talk to? I mean, we got to find out the department. I mean, this is crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, yo, are you serious? And then not only that, but just getting a letter from someone that used to work with you guys.
Yeah.
Because Heather used to work with these guys for a long period of time.
Let's off the air. We'll make sure we follow through with that. Get the name of the department first of all. I'm kind of confused which department's in charge of that. And then
I think it was the health. I think
Health
it was
and
the
Human
health department.
Yeah.
And then after.
But we need some names, and we'll get to the bottom. We'll do this. That's a bunch of crap.
That's
because once people see the kind of stuff you're doing, and it's not just Gary you're working with. You work with all of them. You know,
like that's a perfect time to go to the video right now.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the video. Here we go. Look at that smile. Look. Look at that hand, fists up. Yeah, he's great. I think Wink was actually in Russia when this was going on. He wanted to be there, obviously, but he couldn't because he was getting ready to corner Devin Clark out in Russia, and he never. Is this the letter? Okay, let's text that to me.
Yeah.
Wink never gets on his social media, but he must have been bored, and he saw that video. He retweeted it. He shared it on Instagram. He put that thing everywhere. He's so proud of you, man.
Hey,
and
this is
seeing Gary.
That was the coolest picture I've ever taken.
Hey,
and then Nick took a picture of it.
Badass.
Yeah, when Coach Wink shared that, I was like, "Holy cow!" He's like in Russia right now.
Yeah, he shared. He shared Nick's picture, and then when the video came out, I think Heather filmed that, or somebody in the crowd, and just seeing Gary up with his hands up, victory, Rocky moment, growling, and it's the coolest damn thing.
This is I might get extra rounds for this, but this is between us. Because before that happened, we had recorded it because I was rehearsing with him, and I had showed it to Heather, and Heather had showed it to Wink, and we got some tears, man.
Yeah,
we got some tears. We got some tears out of them. Tears out of them.
Good, man.
And
it was allergies.
But that's what Heather. She's like, "No, it's allergies." What was crazy was that once I saw that, I started to tear up. I'm like, Jesus! And
I did that.
Yeah.
So you just did it on the spur of the moment, man.
And
you
then
didn't even think about it.
After we did the thing, Mark, I was trying to we were the last ones. I was even crying after we did it. So it was a good day.
It was a beautiful event and great turnout. And Holly was promoting it. All the stars of the gym were getting behind it and promoting it, and it's really taken a life of its own. And it's not 100% self-sustaining yet, but we're trying to get it there. And you guys with the big bucks, the restaurants, corporations, whatever. Just give us some money so we can keep this thing going, because it's a great thing. And if you got friends, family, that would be good candidates to be part of this program, look it up. And the Adaptive MMA website, you can look into it and get coaches like Will behind your kids or friends, and make it happen, man.
No, not only that, man, but I'm also too working around the clock, meeting people and going out. Like, for instance,
You're a busy guy.
like, next week, I'm going to a company where, like, you know how not certain companies, I think a lot of companies, if not most, like, they have like a list of places that they donate to. I'm in the process of meeting up with with a company next week, to see if we can get our adaptive program on that donation list.
Yeah.
So I'm working around the clock, man. This is something that's close to my heart. For instance, I have a brother that was born with a disability as well.
Yeah.
And so this is something that's close to my heart, and I appreciate for the opportunities that Heather and Coach has been giving me to do what I've been able to do with Gary. And not only Gary, I work with Tia, little Elijah, there's Desmond. I'm hoping I said his name wrong. And it's just been it's been great, man.
Yeah.
It's self-rewarding. It's self-therapy, and it has made me a better person for real, for sure.
That's the true meaning of coaching.
Oh yeah.
You know, when you can work with young people like that, just that I can't even explain. You know?
And it's not just the coaches that are stepping in. I mean, Devin Clark, one of the he is big time. For programs with Down syndrome and stuff. And he's always one of the first ones to donate his time and services to the program. And I mean, all the fighters are always, of course, Diego has been instrumental from the beginning. In getting the thing going, and it's just everyone's got a big heart around here.
No, man,
you think they're all these trained killers and one thing, but they got some great hearts, and it's cool to see it all come together.
Yeah, man, it's been great, man. I couldn't ask for a better experience, for a better group of guys that I have met, that now I look at them and consider them as family. And it's just, you know, I can call any of these guys any time of the night. Hey, man, I need some, you know, and they're like, what? Like, Holly's one of the biggest ones for me. Like, I don't care what time. She doesn't care what time I call her. If I call her at 4, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, trust and believe, man. She's coming to me, or she'll make me go to her. And it's been like that. And I just couldn't be more happy and proud of her now that she's getting her title shot. Overdue, by the way, overdue. No, I just she's a beautiful soul, man. And I told her this, and she started, you know, she teared up a little bit. I said, Holly, I don't know what it was, or I don't know what, but I know before I came out here, something in my heart told me that me and you were gonna become close. Yeah. And that's how it's been. Yeah. And that's how it's been. It took me maybe about almost 2 years just to ask her for a picture, because I'm not one of those guys that's gonna come in here and that's gonna be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? No. And the only reason why I asked her for a picture was because I helped her for to get ready for Chris Cyborg's fight. Yeah. And that was, I said, hey, man, I don't ask you for much. You know, I don't want anything. You don't mind if she was like, I was getting ready to ask you for a picture. I was like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, word. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you know, it was, I'm not like that, you know, and it's been, like I said, man, I feel blessed. I'm blessed, and that I'm in the right camp. Before I came out here, the suggestion was to come out here, and then so it's been great. You know, don't get me wrong. I miss home. I miss my family and stuff like that. Some close people that I got back home. But
Puerto Rican food.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm a cook. I'm a cook.
You cook yourself. That's right.
So I get it in, but I'm happy, man. I'm happy. This fight, I feel like it's rejuvenated me. My health. Getting back with Bart, you know what I'm saying, and it's been a long time overdue.
Well, I can't wait to see it. It's Friday night. Doors open at 5:30. The fights start at 7 p.m. There's still a few seats available. They can get a hold of you. Yeah. Any of the fighters fighting on the card. I know we just had a couple guys come in and drop off money for tickets, so it's you're still selling right up to the last minute. If you can't get a hold of any of the fighters, they all have their social medias. It's very easy to get a hold of them. It's going to be some incredible fights. Will is the co-main event.
Yep.
Steve Garcia, the
my
the
man.
main. He always brings it. Last Fight Night 4 was one of the bloodiest fights I've ever seen. Being cage side, I think I took a picture of it. In fact, I posted it afterwards, and there was just blood streaming down the side of the cage, all over my equipment. The little table, my little media table, was just drenched in blood because I think they spent a lot of their time against the fence right there where I was. Like, oh man, this is horrible. I thought I was done smelling blood. You know? I don't do that job no more, man. But yeah, it's. I think I have a feeling there's going to be some incredible fights again this week, and you guys make sure you go support it. It's going to be incredible. The casino.
I got my tickets.
Sleda Casino. This Friday, like I said, 7 p.m. Go grab your friends and grab a beer and enjoy. You know, it's gonna be awesome. What we got? Lydia's fighting on the card.
Yeah, man, we got a big card. We got
Keenan Jackson. This is his first pro fight.
Yeah.
Cooper, badass wrestler.
Stud. The stud. Yep. That kid's the future. Mark my words.
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah.
That kid's the future.
Let's see who else. So Randy, good old Randy Baker.
Yeah.
His mom's probably listening. She's one of our biggest fans. She's so excited. She keeps thinking every day there's some kind of a press conference or way, and I keep telling her no. This.
No, shout outs to her, man. She bought tickets for me too, and she bought the $100.
Yeah.
I gotta shout her out and all.
She
that.
got the cage side.
Yeah, man. I just wanna give a quick shout out, man, to Albuquerque, man. Albuquerque has been as my second home, if not my home. No, it's my home.
This is your time.
No,
man. We're gonna wrap it up. Just go ahead and shout out your sponsors and whoever else you need to.
I wanna shout out Albuquerque, man. Albuquerque has been so good to me. Like, for instance, like I've been out here now 4 years, right? I'm not a born bred Burqueño, but shit, they make me feel like I am because I got over 100 people coming.
Albuquerque loves you, man.
No, that's
even
what I'm saying.
Channel 13.
Van
Tate did a story on the fights, and he did a special story just on you afterwards. I saw that yesterday. I was like, what the heck, man? Check out Will, man. He gets his own spotlight. He's not even the main card.
No, man. Van Tate has done. Man. No, he's done great things for me. He's introduced me to this girl named Asia. I don't know if you remember her. She came in and did that little mini documentary.
Yeah.
That was through Van.
Wow.
That was through Tate. He set
cool.
that all up.
That was a good story.
So, man. So I wanna that I was telling him yesterday too. I was like, yo, man, anything I could do for you ever. I don't want no money. I don't want nothing. Just let me know and I'm there. Shout out to him for always showing me love. Albuquerque, Channel News 13. I was on the news last night. Albuquerque, I just love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and just best believe that everywhere I go, I'm always repping that 505. You know what I'm saying? 978 all day. What else? And my teammates, my parents from Winks, Chris, Jenny, Jim, Slim Jim, Brandon. I want to appreciate, their wives and husbands for letting them sharing their husbands and their wives with me, because they've done wonders for me, literally. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out, my gym, the parents from the kids that I teach. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people from over there going. Even the kids, after my last fight, the kids kept me up. You know what I'm saying? I was down on myself because I had lost. I had never lost that way.
It was a tough fight.
Yeah,
on a big stage. So
but they kept me up. They kept me alive. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when we got back into Cup, they were the ones that picked me up, and they were the ones that made sure that I did my runs. They were the make sure. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're coach, man. They love you.
No, man.
They don't care about all that other stuff.
Man.
They don't think of it the way we do.
This fight's for them, Mark. This fight's for them. Now shout out Frosty, Anita, Heather, the JW Nutrition, and just everybody in JW, man. The kids that are coming in now, you know what I'm saying? Put in your work. Don't expect to get anything given to you, because I'm going to make sure you guys put in that work on some big brother shit. You know what I'm saying? Not on some like, you got to do this. No, man. Listen, man. You guys traveled the world to be at a elite gym. Appreciate it. Respect it. You know what I'm saying? And just go balls to the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Who do you got in your corner? Bart, Wink, and Gary, or what?
No, I got. This one's gonna be in my corner. Is gonna be also shout out Bart. You know what I'm saying? His wrestling style. I got Coach Bart, Coach Joey, and Coach Wink.
Goes Joey, man.
Yeah, Joey.
That's the dream team.
Yeah, man, Joey.
Corner right there.
Yeah, man, Joey.
MMA wrestling.
He's a
you
good
got
dude. I love Joey.
The
yeah.
GMP.
Wow.
What you call it? Joey is like the master at GMP.
Joey is the
so-
master coach. Yeah, he's
man.
he's the head coach for the amateur program, and he's the coach that all the pros still look up to. He's the OG around here. Picture on the wall. He's the man. I mean, he's been cornering. He just cornered Michelle.
Michelle. No, he's the real deal. He's the real deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for these guys. You know, I want to shout out my bestie. You know what I mean? She's at work right now, but she's like, you never shot. I said, yo, man, Daisy, man, she plays a big role in
Daisy.
and you know what I'm saying? Nah, I gotta show her love, man.
That's
She
my
thinks
homegirl.
I know, but you know what I mean?
Good
She's done a lot in terms of, you know, making sure that my mind's right, challenging me as well, even though sometimes I want to knock her out, not physically, but because of the stuff she says to me though that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? She's learned and knows the fight game because of me, and she uses it on me, so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But again, Socorro, she's been a great help as well. Like I said, everyone that's been coming on the morning team, Anna. I hope I don't leave anybody out. My
Any
man
corporate sponsors? Or
corporate sponsors. I didn't really go out for
local
any.
businesses?
I didn't go out for no sponsors or nothing. Oh, the JW Calf. They Ed, his wife. No,
That's a good dude right there. That's good gente.
His wife Hope has been making my meals
Yeah.
through the
cafe. Yeah, they got
through
those cool little meal plans.
Yeah, not only that, but
individual meals and stuff.
Anita gave me a diet plan, and she's been making my my meals to the T,
Cool.
like to the T. And not only that, but the food is banging. It's to die for. So come check them out, man. I'm always there. I'm always there helping with them in the morning as well, cleaning or whatever she needs me to do. JW Cab, it opens at 7 in the morning.
You working with Dr. Scott too, right?
Dr. Scott too. Yeah, I want to shout out him. Oh man, he's what you call it?
One of the best chiropractors around.
In my opinion, but the best. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In my opinion, the best. I want to also shout out my man Greg Donadio. He just became a doctor. I was at his graduation. Yeah, I was at his graduation. That's my brother from another mother right there.
Dr. Bo gained another doctor, man.
Oh man, that's my dude.
Him and Greg and what's the other one? Two of them same time.
Carlos. Carlos.
Well, Carlos was already but there was two doctors at the same time. I always forget
his name.
Sean Blake.
Sean. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm
Quick
sorry.
Nick on it.
Good old Nick. Yeah.
Nah, man, but Greg is special to me though, man. I've been working with Greg's been taking care of me since I got here.
Yeah.
I got pictures with his mom. I got pictures with his dad.
Wow.
Like these are that's my dude. You know what I'm saying? And I want to shout him out. You know, just today he was taking care of me. Tomorrow he's gonna touch me up, as well as Scott. You know what I mean?
Greg's like he's like a little movie star himself. I mean, he looks like he belongs in a GQ magazine.
Yeah.
Every time I see him.
Don't say that too loud. I need to somewhere around here. But I'm just grateful. I just want to shout everybody out, all the teammates, my man Tank. You know what I'm saying? John, Holly. My man Dotson, you know what I mean? Who else? I just want to shout everybody out. Coach Wink.
Dotson's having that baby.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good for him. Congratulations for him, man. I haven't seen him much these days because he's, I guess they've been getting sick a lot over there. So, but I'm just grateful, man. You know what I mean? Just shout out to everyone that's been supportive and that's followed me and that's just been continuing to support me, man. Sometimes if you guys ever reach out to me and like try to get a picture or a signature, please do. Like the other day, somebody Instagram hit me up. He was like, "Hey, you don't mind if I come by and get an autograph?" I said, "Yo, come by, man."
We're very fan friendly here.
You know what I'm saying? So please, man, if you see me out on the street, you know what? Don't attack me too crazy, but you know what I'm saying. But like I'm here to just show love, man. You guys, Albuquerque's been so good to me that all I can do is just give back, man. I appreciate y'all.
And I'm telling you, guys, make sure you. I mean, there isn't a way to stream it. Sorry, no cheating. You got to show up in person. People, some of these guys will be posting the fights afterwards on their shaky cell phone videos. It's just not the same, man. You guys want to see it in person. This is the kind of thing you just got to see in person.
Not only that, man,
it's
but
good production.
But it's 25 years of celebrating that Slater, man. Come through, man.
And there's
support.
tickets for $25. Come on, you spend that on lunch. Come on,
exactly.
It's nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Come support them. There's a big local team. That's a lot of heavy hitters that's gonna be performing Friday night. You know what I'm saying? A lot of local talent. That's a lot of us moved here, and now Albuquerque's home.
Yeah,
home. That's what we repping. So,
And you won't see them when they go to the UFC because they'll be gone at the big events.
That's right. They'll be too busy.
Well, not too busy for the fans. Just we won't see them fight on the local cards anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I shout you guys out too, Mark, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, you've been gone a while because we're always busy and stuff like that, man. But you
my Menudo eating partner, man. He's
yeah,
always
man.
busy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's right. I think you.
Wait a minute. Who taught you Menudo?
The three amigos here.
Yeah, man. So, but now, man.
When we took Misha that time, man. Were you there with that one?
No.
That was me.
Yeah, no.
Dude, Misha, no way.
It's been a great, man. I just want to say thank you, man. My man Nick too, man. He was able to get me some last minute shirts. I didn't get a lot. I was ordering to get 20. They're coming in tomorrow. I'm sorry, everybody, but after this fight, I'm gonna get a bunch more, and that way we can think. So I'll have some shirts tomorrow.
Yeah. You're gonna sell them at the show?
No. Well, I'm not gonna. Honestly, these shirts, the group of parents has been there for me.
Oh, this is a special edition.
Yeah, this is a special thing.
This
so
is like Holly's homies. Holly homies
so
shirts.
this is just
you get one of these shirts, it means you're one of the clique.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So I got these 20 shirts, and it was like a last minute thing. Like we almost didn't get it. Like really. Like
I'm glad you did that. That's awesome.
Well, thanks to Nick because he was like hunting these people down because a lot of the people that we were trying to get before him were too expensive.
Flaking out, yeah.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to give them out. I said, I can't spend that much money.
Yeah, of course.
So, but he was able to work out. Who are those guys, Nick?
Sponsor. There's a sponsor.
Graphic Connections. Scott Cregan and his guys came through.
Graphic Connections. Shout out Graphic Connections. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. But other than that, man, like I said, man, it's gonna be a good night. You guys are gonna see a whole different fighter.
Heck yeah.
And I'm ready to go. I think I'm already at weight, to be honest with you.
Skinnier too, man.
I'm faster.
He cut weight just in this podcast.
You sweat, man.
My asshole, like, damn.
I told you, man. It's
like James Brown.
It's like a sauna in here, man.
Yeah, man. But I'm forever grateful, though, man. Like I said, man. Frosty, Anita, and Heather, man. JW Nutritionist, man. I'm not bullshitting you, man. Like, I woke up 77 this morning. And I'm not even drained or nothing like that.
Oh, you got 2 pounds. So, come on, man.
So
weigh-ins at 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. We're gonna stream. We'll stream the weigh-ins. They'll be live from Isleta Casino. I think they're doing it in the same place. They're on the in the little bar area there. But tune in 2 p.m. tomorrow. Weigh-ins, and then of course the fight's Friday. Bart, any last words?
Everybody come on out. Will's going to put on a good show.
You got him ready?
He's ready. Dang right he's ready. And like I tell him and I tell the other guys, when you look at your opponent and you got to get into that real grind, you ain't going to give up. Because Bart Lujan had you up every morning at 5 o'clock. I'll be goddamn if I'm going to lose to your ass.
The guy doesn't know what's coming for him. Well, good. Thanks, both of you guys, for coming in today and talking about this. We wanted to help promote the show, and you've always been one of our favorite guys around here. And you just have such good energy about you, and I consider you a good friend, and
same here.
I appreciate you that we've been able to get so close over the years, and seeing you around is a good thing, and many good times to come ahead, and I can't wait to see you perform.
Hell yeah! I'm excited. I
can't wait to see the pictures that I get. I'll be so damn nervous, but it's always fun, and we'll have some fun.
Hey, I'm bringing the XO, so you already know.
I know you are.
That XO Henny, so we going in.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make a shout out to our sponsors. They help us out every week, keep us on the air. And with that, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
Through these doors walk the greatest fighters in the world.